आपका आज वीडियो
स्वागत है।
आज जो वीडियो हम लेकर आए उसका टाइटल है
टेनिस स्टार सानिया मिर्जा स्टनिंग दुबई होम।
तो चलिए देखते हैं ये वीडियो, लेकिन से पहले
इस वीडियो चैनल का ओरिजिनल लिंक आपको हमारी वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन मिल जाएगा। सब्सक्राइब किया, लाइक किया, शेयर को फॉलो किया इनकी चैनल को। उसके अलावा मैं व्लॉग चैनल का इंस्टाग्राम लिंक भी हमारी वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन मिल जाएगा। सब्सक्राइब किया, लाइक किया, शेयर को फॉलो करें।
चलिए देख लेते हैं ये वीडियो।
I think pressure is a privilege. What's the worst that can happen? I can lose this tennis match. Is it gonna hurt? Probably yes, but will I be over it? Maybe over sleep, yeah, and it gives me an opportunity to work hard tomorrow and come back stronger. Hi guys, my name is Sania Mirza and I'm loving life in Dubai. Hi guys, welcome to my home.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm very well. Please come in.
This is an amazing place you have here. What made you choose to live in Dubai?
My son goes to school very close to here, so being a parent, I think that's one of the main reasons that you choose to live in this kind of area. And it's right behind the mall, which is very, very convenient.
And what does a typical day look like for you?
Well, it depends. Usually, I'm on the school drop-off duty, so I drop Iman off to school. My day starts at like 6:45, 7 o'clock in the morning. Get him ready for school, drop him off, and then I head straight to the gym so I can get that out of the way. I have a couple of businesses that I do, obviously with pickleball, with some other brand events and everything that I do. So I try and get all that out of the way before I have to pick Izhan up at 3:20 p.m. again. And then I kind of like to dedicate my time when I'm in Dubai, especially around him. So I just try to manage my work according to his schedule really. And and when I'm traveling, it's all about work really. So it's very different. So it's very hard for me to say what's a typical day, because my every day is quite different from the other.
Can you show us your favorite part of the house, please?
Yes, I can show you that my favorite part of the house is actually right here. I think this is the place where we spend the most time at. It's like a TV/everything lounge. Typically it's just Izhan and myself at home, so sometimes we're not even eating dinner. We watch a movie and eat lunch and dinner here instead of the dining table. But this area was made to just kind of laze. So any of my friends, family, anybody that comes usually comes through the door and come straight here. They don't usually go to that formal section, so it's actually a joke saying whenever we're sitting over there that it's a special occasion. They're like, oh, that's the rich people's area. This one is where everybody kind of just lazes around. And yeah, this couch, I mean, you can sit on this after this interview is over. You will not want to get up.
So would you say this is your favorite spot to sit and chill with your son as well?
This is definitely it. I mean, we do most of our things here. We play a lot of Uno, we play all kind of board games, and also just with friends and family. I mean, this is the place that we spend most of the time. This area actually in general is where we spend most of the time. There's all kinds of things that happen here. I know it doesn't seem like there's too much space, but trust me, there's football that happens here, there's cricket that happens here when the summer's on. But this area is really, there's a foot massage machine there, so it's like all covered in this little area.
So if you weren't hanging out in your house, where would you be hanging out in Dubai?
I'm too much of a homebody to answer that question, because honestly, like I'm notorious. I swear, if you would have ever interviewed my friends, they would be like, they come home and the minute I say, they'll be like, let's go out, and I'll be like, just come home and then we'll decide. And they're like, no, we're not moving from your house if we come. So I'm too much of a homebody for that. But I've typically liked going to like breakfasts and brunches rather than going out too much at night. But I love Zuma lunches, if that counts for going out. I love having brunches and breakfast. My son loves IHOP. So that's a Sunday ritual that we do every Sunday after his football match. We go and have breakfast there.
So you mentioned you were a homebody. What does a typical home cooked meal look like for you?
It's usually Indian / desi. It's very I have started following a little bit of a diet because I think, you know, after I stopped playing, it's so easy to sort of let go because all your life you've been so disciplined. But in general, at home, we usually have rice, we have a curry, whether it's chicken or mutton or whatever it may be. There's a vegetable, there's always a salad, different kinds of salad. We love salads. Izhan loves a specific kind of chicken curry that's like homemade. It's a home cooked curry sort of thing, which he wants every single day. So I try to avoid that. Yeah, that's basically it. It's very simple. I mean, it's not, there's no lavish sort of thing. We try to keep it quite basic and simple.
So you love to entertain your friends in your home, and you've got a pretty iconic friend circle. Do you have any fun stories you can share from maybe a girls' night with Farah Khan or Ananya Birla?
Well, luckily, the friends that I have, they are also homebodies, so we're either at their house or they're at my house. I mean, a typical evening or typical afternoon with them, really, honestly, we try and end our nights quite early because we all love our sleep and we try to get those 7-8 hours of sleep. So our dinner starts at like 7:30 p.m., which is very abnormal, I know, which and not very glamorous. People think that, you know, the public personalities or celebrities only start their evenings at 11 p.m. That's not who we are at all. Usually our days are, our days together, our time together is usually just chit-chatting, talking, lots of sharing, I think, and I think we all find a safe space within each other and together. And I know it's nothing crazy and wild as people may think. It's just very basic stuff. We just eat dosas at home, for example. I mean, that's like our favorite thing to do. When we go to Farah's house, it's usually eating her biryani or her yakni pulao. I mean, that's kind of, our days and evenings are based around food quite a lot because none of us are big party goers or any of us drink. None of us do any of that. So it's quite basic, but it's a lot of fun because these girls for me are like family. Let me show you the rest of the house as well, except this part where we laze around all day long. This is where we eat basically our typical everyday food. This is the informal dining area. This is where we kind of eat.
I see a foosball table in your kitchen.
Oh yes, this is just a show kitchen. This kitchen isn't used. This is just like a microwave sort of water heating kitchen. The actual kitchen where food is being cooked is outside, luckily. So yeah, we've put a foosball table here because, you know, I have a almost 7-year-old boy.
And how would you define your style?
Honestly, I think my style's super casual and super comfortable, and I know fashion is not always about that. You know, if you ask my sister, she's like, oh, fashion's not supposed to be comfortable. But for me, fashion and style is about being comfortable. So for me, like a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, honestly, what I'm wearing right now is what I probably could live in all day.
And where do you think you spend most of your money? Is it on bags, shoes, or clothes?
Not on clothes typically, because I'm styled more often than I'm not. I do spend a lot of money on like athleisure, and I do spend a lot of money on probably sweatshirts, more money than I should. But I think there's a tight clash between bags and shoes.
And what would you say is your favorite accessory right now?
I'm into the new Alaya and Loewe bags. I know I should say Labubu, but that's not my favorite accessory at this point. I do have one. I do have two actually. One was gifted to me, and so I was having FOMO because everywhere I was like, "What is this?" But besides that, it's this Alaya. I love Alaya. I think that's the new thing that I really like. I love how understated they are.
We'd love to know what's in your phone. Can you please show us the last picture that you took?
Let's see. Oh, can I show you the last two pictures that I've taken?
Of course.
I'll give you something more. This is the last picture I've taken of a Panadol because I wasn't feeling well yesterday. And the last picture I've taken is with my nephew, which was yesterday.
So cute. And what was the last WhatsApp message you sent, and who did you send it to?
Let's see. The last WhatsApp message was sent to my sister, and it was about work. which I don't think you guys are very interested in. But I also did send a message to my skin doctor, and she's actually just confirming the appointment for tomorrow. That's the last message that I have on my phone.
And what would you say is your most dialed number?
Probably my family, and then my managers. Right now I don't have to dial her number because she's sitting right behind the camera. Usually that would be the last message that I've sent. Usually that, but because she's here, it's not the last message.
And what is your most visited social platform?
I mean, I think Instagram. I would imagine it to be Instagram, yeah.
And can we please see your phone screensaver?
It's my son, myself, and my sister's daughter, Dua.
So we have some quick rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is your favorite breakfast spot in Dubai?
I go to a couple of places, but I go to this one, the Home Bakery in Barsha, and I go to this other place called The Raw. It's a coffee place. Usually I go there after gym.
And what's one restaurant that you'd recommend to everyone visiting Dubai?
I personally love Zuma. I know that everybody's probably been there, but I personally love the food in Zuma.
And what's your go-to Kirk spot?
My house. I don't usually love chai outside. If I'm outside, I'll have coffee.
And what's the best spot to have Indian food?
Indian food we order in, usually from Art of Dum.
And the best place to shop in Dubai?
I mean, Dubai Mall, I guess. I don't usually go to Dubai Mall so much, but because Mall of the Emirates is right behind my house.
And if you were visiting an amusement park with your son, where would you go?
We actually just went a couple of days ago to Warner Brothers. I had my son's birthday at the Real Madrid theme park, which is in Dubai.
And what would you say is your favorite dessert?
I know it sounds very boring, but I don't have a sweet tooth. But if it is, then it's Indian sweets.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
I am not a morning person. I'm a night person in terms of I can sleep by like 11, 12, but I don't love waking up in the mornings, and I think that's because I have to wake up in the mornings.
What is your favorite car?
Well, my favorite car is the Boxster that I just got a couple of months ago. So now we'll head to the Sania Mirza Tennis Academies that we run here in Dubai, and I'll show you the other side to my world.
Can you tell us where we are?
We are at the Sania Mirza Tennis Academy, one of the locations that we have here in Dubai, where we have tennis centers where we train kids of all ages and adults actually. And this one is actually an indoor tennis center where we have, it's in Daniel Sports World.
And how many kids are currently training at your academy?
In all the locations, maybe between 100 to 150 kids.
And do you miss the adrenaline of a match day?
100%. I think that the thing I miss the most is the feeling of winning, the feeling of walking onto the biggest courts in the world. I think there's no other feeling, no matter what I do in my life, no matter what I achieve, I will never be able to replicate that very feeling.
And do you play tennis together with your son, and does he get training sessions from you?
I don't usually do that. I try and keep a balance between the mother and the tennis person, so to say. He's got his coaches. I have very skillful coaches here who he trains under. I help him out whenever he asks me for a question, but I try to separate the mother and the tennis. I don't want to be a typical tennis parent. I just want to be a parent.
And you were recently appointed as Dubai Sport Ambassador. How did that come about, and what does the role mean to you?
Oh, it means everything. I mean, I've been residing in Dubai for a few years now, and to be recognized by the government, to be recognized by Dubai as being one of the ambassadors has truly been an honor.
Looking back at your fantastic career, what do you think was the toughest challenge for you?
I think there were a few, but I think definitely coming out of a country that never really had a female athlete, at the highest stage of sport, to take up a sport like tennis that was not played very often. I mean, 32 years ago actually, the story was very different to how it is today. And just to find basic training, to find basic tennis court was a challenge, you know. So everything was a challenge, but I think more than that, to be against the odds, because that's what it felt like.
So you are the face of Indian tennis globally, and how did you deal with that kind of pressure?
I think pressure is a privilege, like the great Billie Jean King said, and I truly believe that. I feel that it's an honor to be in this position. You have to always think of the worst that can happen, and I used to say, oh well, what's the worst that can happen? I can lose this tennis match, and is it going to kill me? Probably not. Is it going to hurt? Probably yes. But will I be over it? Maybe over a sleep, yeah. And it gives me an opportunity to work hard tomorrow and come back stronger. Thanks guys, it was a pleasure being on your show and just sharing a little part of my life in my house and outside my house, and I look forward to having some more great chats with you all.
मजा आया देखकर, है ना?
असल में हाँ
मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कभी भी आप किसी भी एथलीट से जब उसके लाइफ के एक्सपीरियंस सुनते हो ना, तो बड़ा मज़ा आता है, क्योंकि हमेशा वो आपको मोटिवेट करते हैं, और यही चीज़ मुझे सबसे अच्छी लगती है।
यार मुझे जो ना उनकी लाइफ में देखने का सबसे अच्छा पता है क्या लगता है कि भाई वो एक पर्सनल और प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में अपनी किस तरह बैलेंस करके जो है वो चलते हैं। क्योंकि हम अपनी आम जिंदगी की बात करें ना, हम कंप्लेंट्स बहुत करते हैं, भाई एक आधा काम करके थक जाते हैं हम। नो डाउट उनके पास भाई हेल्पर होते हैं या जो है उनके काम मैनेज करने के लिए लोग जो होते हैं, लेकिन स्टार्टिंग से तो बिल्कुल नहीं ना सब कुछ होता। उन्होंने मेहनत करके जो है, हाँ मेहनत करके जो है वो यहाँ तक जो है वो पहुँचे होते हैं। अभी बस मैं उनके घर की बात करूँ तो मुझे एक उनका घर जो है ना, जो स्टाइल है एक इंडियन स्टाइल का जो है वो बाहर से जो है वो लगा है, और अंदर से भी तकरीबन आपको वैसा ही जो है वो देखने को मिलता है। क्योंकि हम अक्सर अगर दुबई में घर देखें ना, तो आपको एक डिफरेंट लुक जो है वो देते हैं, लेकिन उनका घर जो है ना आपको एक जैसे पंजाब में अमूमन आपको जो है घर नज़र आते हैं रईस लोगों के, वैसा नज़र आ रहा है।
मतलब सिंपल,
हाँ।
और आप कह लो कि लग्जूरियस एट द सेम टाइम। मुझे लगता है घर वही होना चाहिए जहाँ पर आपको ना सुकून मिलता है, बजाय से ये बहुत ही फैंसी घर जो होते हैं ना, पता नहीं क्यों मुझे तो कभी भी इतना ज़्यादा ना अट्रैक्ट नहीं करते। आपका घर सिंपल और पीसफुल होना चाहिए, और आपको उसमें रहने की खुशी होनी चाहिए, तो आपका घर सबसे बेहतरीन है। बाकी ओवरऑल जिस तरीके से मौज़म ने बात की, बिल्कुल मैं जब मौज़म बात भी कर रहा था मैं भी इसी पॉइंट पर आ रही थी कि स्टार्टिंग में वो लोग कितना एक आप ये लोग के सेक्रीफाइस करते हैं, उनको कितना ज़्यादा चीज़ें फेस करनी पड़ती हैं। जैसे कि उन्होंने बोला कि 32 ईयर्स पहले ये सारी चीज़ें नहीं थी, और हम लोग भी ये चीज़ इमेजिन कर सकते हैं कि 32 ईयर्स पहले जैसे वो बता रही हैं, तो उनको ऑब्वियसली बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो हैं वो फेस करनी पड़ती होंगी। लेकिन इस पॉइंट पर आकर, क्योंकि जैसे जैसे ज़माना आगे गुजरता है, कोई एक पहला स्टेप लेता है, उसके बाद बाकी लोग फॉलो करते हैं, तो उनके लिए रास्ते ज़रा इजी बन जाते हैं।
भाई देखें जो चेन होती है वो ब्रेक जो है वो करनी पड़ती है। मैं अगर
लेकिन जो ब्रेक कर रहा होता है ना,
उसके लिए बहुत मुश्किल होती है। बिल्कुल, क्योंकि हम अगर अपने चाइल्डहुड की बात करें तो भाई एक नाम पता होता था कि भाई सानिया मिर्ज़ा इंडिया की टेनिस प्लेयर हैं, ठीक है ना, बस इतना आइडिया होता था। बाकी जो है उनकी अचीवमेंट वगैरह के बारे में कोई भी आइडिया नहीं था होता। क्योंकि स्पोर्ट्स की मैं अगर अपनी बात करूँ, मुझे इतना ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट नहीं है। हाँ, जिन लोगों को टेनिस में इंटरेस्ट होगा वो शौक से जो है वो मैच जो है वो देखते होंगे, और उस टाइम पर जो है ना वाकई में एक दिक्कत होती होगी, और बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो है वो फेस करनी पड़ी होंगी। इवन कि मैं अगर बात करूँ वो मैरी कॉम जो हैं, जो बॉक्सर हैं, अगर उनकी भी बात की जाए तो वो भी जो है काफ़ी ज़्यादा चेन्स ब्रेक करके जो है उस टाइम पर जो है वो आगे आई होंगी। तो मेरा ख्याल है कि भाई एक बार चेन ब्रेक हो जाए ना, फिर आपको जो है ना बहुत सारे लोग जो हैं उस चीज़ में देखने को मिलते हैं। हम बॉलीवुड में भी बायोपिक्स देखते हैं, जैसे हमने जो है दंगल मूवी जो है वो देखी, वो भी बायोपिक थी। उसके अलावा और भी अगर आज के टाइम पे देखें तो बहुत सारे फीमेल एथलीट्स जो ओलंपिक्स में जाती हैं या डिफरेंट जो गेम्स होस्ट होते हैं डिफरेंट कंट्रीज़ में, आपको वहाँ पर नज़र आते हैं। बाद में जब वो इंडिया में आते हैं तो आपको जो है एक जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं उनकी तरफ से जो है एप्रिसिएशन देखने को मिलती है।
अच्छा, वैसे मैं भी ये सोच रही थी, अगर हम ओवरऑल देखें ना, मैं गलत भी हो सकती हूँ, बट मैं ये मेरे जहन में ये चीज़ आ रही है कि अगर हम नॉर्मली देखें ना, तो आपको ज़्यादातर जो एथलीट्स हैं किसी भी क्षेत्र में, वो ज़्यादातर आपको ना मिडिल क्लास फैमिलीज़ में या अंडर मिडिल क्लास फैमिलीज़ जो हैं उनमें आपको नज़र आते हैं। जो प्रिविलेज फैमिलीज़ होती हैं उनके, मैंने देखा बहुत रेयर होता है कि उनके बच्चे जो हैं वो स्पोर्ट्स में या कुछ इस तरह की चीज़ें आपको करते हुए नजर आए। वो ज़्यादा
बहुत सारी चीज़ों में इंटरेस्ट होते हैं
उनका एग्जैक्टली मैं ये बात सोच रही हूँ कि हर किसी का ना अलग अलग एक आपको
इंटरेस्ट रहता है।
हालांकि अभी जो आर माधवन सर हैं, उनके जो बेटे हैं वो स्पोर्ट्स में हैं और बहुत अच्छा वो परफॉर्म करते हैं। सो मैं ये बात बोलती हूँ कि मतलब अगर इंटरेस्ट की भी बात की जाए ना तो लाइक एक स्ट्रगल हर किसी ने किस तरीके से अपने जो चीज़ें हैं वो अचीव की हैं।
बेसिकली जो है ना मेरा यहाँ पे ये है कि आपके पास जैसे जैसे आप ज़िंदगी में ग्रूम करते हैं ना, आपके पास एक्सप्लोर करने को जो है वो बहुत कुछ होता है, क्योंकि एक सर्टेन टाइम पे जब आपके ज़िंदगी में जो है ना पैसे कम होते हैं तब आपका जो एक्सप्लोर करना था वो उसी हिसाब से होता है। जैसे जैसे आपके पास जो है रिसोर्सेज बढ़ते जाते हैं, आपका जो एक्सप्लोर करने का नज़रिया है, तरीका वो भी बढ़ता जाता है।
बिल्कुल। वैसे मुझे स्पोर्ट्स अच्छा लगता है, लाइक मेरी अगर मैं अपनी रुचि की बात करूँ तो मुझे क्रिकेट अच्छा लगता है, मुझे बैडमिंटन अच्छा लगता है, टेनिस अच्छा लगता है। हॉकी में वैसे मेरा बिल्कुल इंटरेस्ट नहीं है और फुटबॉल में भी कोई ख़ास नहीं है। तुम्हें कौन कौन से अच्छे लगते हैं स्पोर्ट्स?
मुझे घूमना फिरना जो है ना वो ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है। मुझे बाकी और कोई स्पोर्ट्स मैं इतने खास इंटरेस्ट लेकर नहीं देखता।
नहीं, वैसे मुझे अच्छे लगते हैं स्पोर्ट्स। एनीवेज कमेंट सेक्शन में आप ज़रूर बताइए कि आपका फेवरेट मतलब क्षेत्र कौन सा है
स्पोर्ट्स में।
ठीक है, और मिलेंगे आपसे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना।
गुड बाय।